Today, we're diving into the intriguing world of replica coins. If you've ever come across a 1910 $5 gold coin replica and wondered, is this worth anything, you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll explain the history behind the original 1910 $5 coin, why replicas were made, and what kind of value they hold today. Let's get started. Before we talk about the replica, let's understand the original 1910 $5 gold coin. This coin is part of the Indian Head series, designed by Bella Lyon Pratt. It was produced between 1908 and 1929 and holds a significant place in U.S. numismatic history. The obverse, front, of the coin features a left-facing portrait of a Native American chief, surrounded by 13 stars and the word Liberty. The reverse, back, showcases a standing bald eagle, the denomination, and the inscription, "In God We Trust," something that wasn't always present on earlier U.S. coinage. The original coin is composed of 90% gold and 10% copper, weighing 8.36 grams. Its gold content makes it inherently valuable, even beyond its face value. During the early 20th century, $5 gold coins were part of everyday transactions for larger sums of money, making them both utilitarian and valuable. Gold coins like this one were crucial in pre-Federal Reserve currency circulation. Now that we've laid the groundwork for the original coin, let's talk about why replica versions were created and how to identify them. Replica coins are often produced for educational purposes, collectors, and souvenirs. They're not meant to deceive but instead to honor or commemorate the original design. However, it's essential to differentiate a replica from a counterfeit. Replica coins gained popularity in the mid-20th century, with companies producing them as collector's items. Many replicas are made from inexpensive metals such as brass, bronze, or plated with gold to mimic the look of the original. U.S. law requires that replica coins bear a copy mark to indicate that they are not original. This marking is crucial, as selling replica coins without it could be considered fraudulent. Replicas serve as a way for collectors to appreciate rare designs without paying the hefty price for an original. Many schools and institutions use replica coins for educational demonstrations, helping students understand the history and value of U.S. currency. Tourists may purchase replicas as keepsakes from historical sites, museums, or events related to numismatics. So, how can you tell if your 1910 $5 coin is a replica? Let's take a closer look at some distinguishing features. Use a magnifying glass effect to zoom in on details like the copy mark, coin material, and design differences. Identifying whether your coin is a replica or an original involves careful examination of a few key factors. By law, all replica coins should be marked with the word copy, typically found on the reverse side of the coin. It may be small, but it's the most straightforward way to identify a replica. Authentic 1910 $5 gold coins are made from real gold, which gives them a distinct weight and sheen. Replicas are usually made from cheaper metals like brass or zinc and may be gold-plated. If your coin is lightweight or the gold looks too bright or artificial, it's likely a replica. Real $5 gold coins have a reeded edge, while many replicas either have a smooth edge or inconsistent reading. Use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope to examine the edge. The original 1910 $5 coin weighs 8.36 grams. If you have access to a precise scale, weigh your coin. When it comes to coin collecting, certain pieces stand out due to their historical significance, craftsmanship, and the value they can command on the market. Among these, the $5 gold coin, commonly referred to as the half eagle, minted in 1910, holds a prominent place. However, what happens when you're holding a copy or replica of this coin instead of the original? Many collectors and casual holders alike are unsure whether a 1910 $5 copy holds any value. This article delves deep into the history of the original 1910 $5 coin, the differences between genuine coins and replicas, and whether replicas have any market value. The $5 half eagle was first introduced in 1795 and became an iconic piece of U.S. currency. Struck in 90% gold, these coins were used for commerce and trade both domestically and internationally. The half eagle, named after its face value of $5, featured various designs over the years, with each iteration reflecting the evolving history and art of the United States. By 1910, the Indian head design, introduced in 1908, was being used. Designed by the renowned sculptor Augustus St. Gaudens, this version of the $5 gold coin marked a departure from traditional coin designs. Instead of the raised profile of Lady Liberty or other classical images, the Indian head half-eagle featured an incused design, meaning the design was carved into the surface of the coin rather than raised. This unique style made the coin stand out but also led to challenges in production and preservation, as dirt and debris could easily collect in the recessed areas. The reverse of the coin featured a majestic bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. The coin had a weight of 8.359 grams and contained 0.24187 troy ounces of gold. Though the mintage of 1910 half-eagles wasn't exceptionally rare compared to some other dates, these coins still hold significant historical and collectible value due to their gold content and the era they represent. Now that we've established the importance of the original coin, let's address the concept of a copy or replica. A 1910 $5 copy refers to a reproduction of the original coin. These copies are often created for educational, commemorative, or decorative purposes. They're usually stamped with the word copy to comply with the Hobby Protection Act of 1973, which requires replicas of U.S. coins to be clearly marked to avoid confusion with authentic currency. Replica coins are made using various materials, ranging from cheap metals to gold-plated versions, but they do not contain the intrinsic value of the original gold coins. The key factor distinguishing them from the real deal is that they are not legally recognized as currency, nor are they minted by the U.S. government. When discussing the value of a replica coin, it's important to distinguish between intrinsic value. Unlike the original 1910 $5 gold coin, which contains nearly a quarter ounce of gold, most replicas do not contain any precious metal. Therefore, the intrinsic value of a copy is negligible unless it's made from gold or silver, which is quite rare. Most replicas are made from base metals such as brass, zinc, or copper, which are worth only a few cents based on metal content. Collectors are typically interested in original coins rather than replicas. While some replica coins might appeal to niche markets, such as educational institutions, historians, or those who collect novelty items, they generally don't have significant market value. A well-preserved original 1910 $5 coin can fetch several hundred to thousands of dollars depending on its condition, but a replica, even in pristine condition, is unlikely to sell for more than a few dollars. Some replica coins may have a limited market if they were produced by a reputable company, came as part of a limited edition series, or have some artistic or historical merit beyond merely copying the original. However, in most cases, these copies are seen more as curiosities than valuable collector items. If a replica coin was gifted to someone or holds personal significance, it may carry sentimental value that outweighs its financial worth. For instance, a replica coin handed down from a family member or received as a souvenir could be priceless to the individual holding it. However, this value is entirely personal and doesn't affect the coin's market price. As mentioned earlier, replicas of U.S. coins are governed by the Hobby Protection Act, which ensures that consumers are not misled into thinking they are purchasing genuine legal tender. The word copy must be clearly inscribed on any replica coin to prevent fraud. If a replica does not have this marking, it may be illegal to sell, and possessing it could lead to legal complications, especially if it's passed off as authentic. The presence of the copy marking is crucial when evaluating the value of your 1910 $5 coin. If it is an unmarked replica, you should avoid trying to sell it as an original, as this could violate federal laws. While most 1910 $5 replica coins won't be worth much, there are a few factors that could influence their value. If the replica is made from gold or silver, it may have some intrinsic value based on the current market price of those metals. For example, a gold-plated replica could be worth slightly more than a base metal copy, but the plating is usually too thin to add much value. High-quality replicas that closely resemble the original in terms of design, weight, and dimensions may fetch a premium over low-quality copies. Some collectors may appreciate the artistry of a well-made replica, especially if it was produced by a reputable mint or manufacturer. Occasionally, companies produce limited edition replicas with unique features, such as special packaging, certificates of authenticity,